Hello, stock traders. I hope all of you had a great day. Today I'm going to do a recap of the trading day for Monday, and I'm also going to talk about some of the trades and different things that are going on in the standard group of our Patreon. And then also I'm going to cover a new top 7 for Tuesday. Should be really exciting. There's a lot going on in the market, and EVs specifically are really doing fantastic. There's lots of other things going on as far as blockchain and all that kind of stuff. So lots of great picks and lots of great stuff to talk about. Let's get going. Okay, so if you were following the top 7 from last weekend, from Friday, and you were following it, you would have had a 3.30% gain. Very good day, way above what the market finished at. I personally had a 6.52% gain because some of the picks that are going on in our standard group are really fantastic and doing very well right now. And so I'm going to talk a lot about that here in just a little bit. Month to date, if you are following the top 7 and others from this list, you should be really close to a 31.94% gain. Now, to get that type of gain, you would have had to at least be a basic member in our Patreon group, because without it, you're just too late. For it to be live, you really need to be part of that group because we have a Discord that's attached to it. I evaluate any insiders that happen and send out notifications on it, and I highly recommend it. It does not cost very much. So you should check it out. We have a link in the description down below. Year to date, I am at an 813% gain after today, so doing very, very well, very excited. And I think that I might hit 1,000% gain, which is kind of ridiculous to even think about. I never would have thought that would be the situation I'd be looking at when I first started this year. Day trades today in the standard group, I had none. I didn't make a single day trade. There just was not a good setup. And listen to this. If there is not a good setup for a day trade that matches your strategy, don't do it. It is a recipe for losing money. You have to show discipline. That is the hardest part about stocks, is showing discipline. Not getting too excited thinking I have to trade something. You don't have to trade anything. And sometimes it's just best to keep out of a certain strategy if the right opportunity doesn't present itself. And that's exactly what happened today. And so I really want to encourage you to stick to your guns. Stick to what you got. Anyway, I made money on other stocks. Definitely a call out that happened in our standard group has been Workhorse. I am up 110% in my Workhorse call options, which is really fantastic. Another call that's been happening in the group is MDGS, and I've been doing great on that one also. It is up 47%. And my friend John in a standard group, he's been making a lot of these calls, and there's just some really good ones. So there's great ones from me. There's lots of different stuff that happens in that group. Man, there's just been some terrific calls in there. If you are looking for more, I highly recommend you check it out, the standard level in our group, or if you are a basic member, check out the standard. It's really cool, and I think you'll be glad that you did. There's a lot of great calls going on. So I have 2 sales to report. So the first sale that I had was TEN. I sold for a 1.93% gain. And then the other one was EVFM. I sold for a 5.56% gain. Both of these have been 3 days since I called them out with insider activity. And so it was time to move on and take those profits and put it into something new. And so we'll find some new stocks to get. There's always another stock. There's always another opportunity, especially in this market. There's a lot going on, and you can take advantage of the news events. You can take advantage of insiders. There are lots of ways to invest and lots of good stuff going on in the market, and I'm very bullish at this time. And I know that insiders in the month of November, December, and January, that strategy does very, very well during those 3 months. So we're just at the beginning of that, and we're starting to see that definitely with a 31.94% gain so far this month. I think that that's going to continue. In fact, I know it's going to continue just because of how the market is shaping up. Also, it is important, if you do have a stock that fits your strategy and it fits all the different things that you're looking for, and you have that clearly written out. I have a playbook where I have certain plays that I do, and I have those strategies, what I'm looking to do. So for an insider, I'm looking for it to be an open market transaction. I'm looking for lots of different things in that. If it does not check all those boxes, I do not invest in that stock. But when it does check all those boxes, it's really important that you take advantage of the opportunity to make money in the stock market. And so it's just very important that you have the discipline for knowing when to get in, when to get out, and when to not trade at all. Okay, let's get to the top 7 and others because there's so many great stocks to choose from. I want to make sure and cover everything for tomorrow. So the first one I think that's really going to do well, and this has been on our list for a little while, and this is GreenSky, GSKY. On Monday, it finished up 2.93%. I have a $4 average in it, and since calling this out in our Discord, it is up 6.75%. Robert Sheff and David Zolik bought $3.8 million each in open market. Very bullish transaction. And then Dennis Kelly came in and bought some also. So there's 3 different officers that have bought shares in this. And analysts have a target of $4.10. Well, they're really wrong because this stock is past that, and I think it's going to continue to do well just because of all those insiders that have been in it. The next is ATRC, ATRC. And on Monday, it finished up 1.84%. My average in it is $43.49. Since calling this out, it is down just a little bit. It's down 0.58%. William Drake bought $500,000 worth in open market. Analysts have a high target on this stock of $54.38. Also, they have an upcoming investor conference. And so there should be some good news out on that. And I'd love to see insider activity before a conference. It usually means that there is good news that is going to be shared. And so that is coming up. And so I think ATRC is going to do well tomorrow and really start to pick up. All right, the next, and now we're to the top 7. Number 7 is GTHX. And GTHX on Monday finished down 0.16%, so just barely down. My average in it is $12.38. Since calling this one out, it is up 1.62%. And Glenn Muir bought $675,000 worth in open market. I think that one's going to continue to do well. We've had this one before. It's done really, really well, and I think it's going to do well again. Analysts have an average target price on this stock of $50 a share. I really hope they're right. So we'd sure love to see anything close to 20, I think, on this one. But I think GTHX is a good investment, especially starting tomorrow. All right, the next is Multiplan. And this has been all over the place so far. Since calling it out on Monday, it finished even. This is MPLN. My average in it is $7.14. Since calling this out in the Discord, it is up 3.78%. Michael Klein has been loading up shares. Also, the president of the company has been buying shares. So there's multiple officers loading shares, and analysts have a target on this stock at $10.50. So analyst target paired with insider activity by multiple officers usually equals a great return. Hoping for more insider activity to continue on this to reset the clock, and I think that this one is going to get back eventually to that $10.50 range, and it's a good investment for sure. Number 5 is SBH, and this had a fantastic day today. On Monday, it finished up 9.07%. My average in it's $11.06. So finally positive in this since I called it out. It is now up 6.51% since I called it out, and this is Sally Beauty. Christian Brickman bought shares at $10.94 in open market, and there's been multiple buys. Analysts have an average target price on this at $12.57, so there's still more room to run, and I think that Sally Beauty is continuing to do well. Number 4 is TAST, and this is Carol's. On Monday, this did finish down 0.99%. It was one of the few stocks I recommended on Friday that finished down. My average in at $6.04, and since calling this one out, it is just barely down 0.33%. Matthew Perelman has been buying up shares at $5.25. Analysts have an average target of $7.83 a share, which is a really good upside from that. So we should see this stock start to turn around tomorrow. It should do really, really well. Number 3 is iHeartMedia. I love this stock, and if you got in it the time when I recommended it, you love it also. And the reason is IHRT on Monday was up 10.01%, so it was a big winner for sure. My average in it's $10.04, and since calling this out in the Discord, it is up 18.73%. And Robert Pittman has bought shares at $10.15, and analysts have an average target of $11.25, and I think that's really, really light. So I think that this stock has a lot of potential, and it is continuing to move upwards. It's really, really doing well, and so I'm excited about it. All right, number 2, and we've had this stock quite a few times, and it has not done well. but it had insider activity again. So I loaded up on it this last time again. This one's brand new to the list, kind of, in that we've had it a bunch of times, but this is CAR. This is Avis and Budget. So on Monday, this finished up 6.35%. Since I've called it out in our Discord, it is up 5.71%. So it's doing very well. My average in it's $35.05. And Karthik Sarma is buying shares again, buying up huge amounts. Analysts have an average target on this stock at 41.17. A nice 20%, 30% upside on this. I think it will do really, really well. Number one, here we go. We're finally there. Number one is RAPT Therapeutics. This is RAPT. And on Monday, this finished up 7.28%. This one is brand new to the list. My average in it $16.75. Since calling this one out, it is up 7.46%. And when I saw the insider activity on this one, I specifically knew this one was going to be a good one. Just the way that it was, what a great value it was. And today, Wendy Robbins bought shares again. So we now reset the clock on this guy at $16.09. And William Reiflin, director, the other day bought shares at $16.22. And so it is way undervalued. It's very unfair what has happened to the stock price of this stock. Analysts have an average target on this at $36.17. And so there is big potential upside on this company. And so I think it's really going to move forward and do very well. I do a lot of work for this list, so if you could please do me a favor and please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. I really appreciate all of you who have subscribed. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when one of these new videos comes out. Tomorrow is a new day, and I think that this is going to continue. The market is going to continue to do well, and I am bullish on the market right now. Insiders should do great, so this list should do great. I'm wishing all of you the best, and Raythoven out.